Estoy tratando de arreglar esto, men, pero... Y tengo esto aquí, que yo sé que si lo pongo, wow. Entonces lo voy a tener que poner, wow, hasta si lo pego en esto, yo creo que sale bien, sí. Porque es más fácil de quitarlo, ¿eh? Ahí sí, ahora sí. Borwick se conecta a Heavy Duty ahí en cosa. A mí no puedo ponerte aquí por acá también, porque tiene un brazo, entonces lo pongo aquí, a ver. Claro que no andaba la colombiana ahí en el palo de los infos. No la invitaron, seguro. Dijo, no, pues si no me invitan, no voy. Seguro que eso fue lo que pasó. A ver. Yeah. Seguro que eso fue lo que pasó. Que no la invitaron y dijo, no voy ni al pastel. Si no me invitan, no voy. Ahí está bien. Boom. Es ok. O lo puedo poner de allá para acá también. Déjame ver. Estoy tratando de ver la forma correcta de ponerlo. Porque como tiene esa cosa que se dobla. Y se puede poner aquí también. A ver aquí. Sí, hombre, está bien. Y le hacemos así. Ey, tengo que quitar ese mueble de ahí, bro. Está bien. It's a mess. Got everything so it's a mess everywhere. A ver. Oh, yeah. Lo puedo poner de allá por acá también. No importa. Y hasta si hago eso también, creo que... A ver. Boom. Yeah. Está mejor sale así, va. Wow, got workado yo. Pero voy a seguir viendo este video.
Let me show you how to set up all your alerts for
no
your
me sale, bro.
We're
No
going to be
me
using
sale.
a free tool called BotRix, which I'll leave linked in the description down below so you can easily follow along at home. You can change the language to whatever you need in the top right corner because it likes to change it to Spanish. And you'll notice that we don't have any options to sign in with our Kik account. That's because we need to log in with one of these 4 options first. And then once we're logged in, we'll be connecting our Kik account after. So don't freak out. So for this instance, I'm going to log in with the Twitch account. So I'll click log in with Twitch. While we wait for this,
up,
this
homie.
is an updated version of both videos because Kik and BotRix are both.
You got some oil, bro? Don't tell me you're hanging out with Diddy, homie.
Keep an eye in the pin
I mean, nasty. You nasty.
changes that might happen. So I've logged in with my burner Twitch account, and now we're under the profile tab. But now we need to scroll down under the profile tab.
Travis Scott, are you the famous one? Are you the artist? What is the new song you're coming out with, bro? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I made a brand new Kik account just for this tutorial so we can easily all follow along together. So we're going to type in our username. For this instance, it's going to be cpaws_music.
Yeah, bro. What's going on?
Feel free to ask me
I see 19 people there.
Username, we'll click accept. Then it's going to say, please give moderator role to BotRix. So what we're going to do is we're going to click.
I'm trying to figure something out for my live streaming on Kik.
Page, but if you're not here, that's fine. Just give me a second. But if it does bring you here, we're going to click add new. We're going to type in BotRix. And here you'll see a nice little verified check mark. We'll click that and click add. For whatever reason, if you can't get to this page, just go to your Kik chat. So you can go to your Kik creator dashboard and then just go to your chat room and you just type in /mod space bot.
See?
Hit enter, and you'll be able to mod the bot that way. But since it's already modded, it's not going to let us remod it again, if that makes sense. So now that we've modded BotRix, we can go back to BotRix. It's going to automatically progress to this next page here, which says we have to link BotRix to our account now.
Yo.
So we're going to go and highlight this. We can right-click it and click copy.
That's beautiful.
And then we're going to click this link right here, which will bring us to BotRix's chat room, because we need to put this in BotRix's chat room. But if you guys can't get to this
wow, I need to
page,
work out, yo. I
it's
need to
right
get
here.
stronger,
It's
bro.
just kick.com/BotRix/chat room. So you can put that into your own browser if it doesn't automatically lead you here. So once we're in BotRix's chat room, we can click the send message button. And if you can't send a message, you're not logged in, so go and log into your Kick account. And then we're going to paste the message that we had copied. So I'm just going to right click and click paste in the send message button.
Oh, yeah.
At the bottom right, and that's going to send
Thank you, my friend.
Give it a second. It's going to link it. It says it
Look at
has
this.
successfully been linked. So we're good to go on that front. Let's go back to the BotRix page. If you're having any trouble so far with linking,
No comment. No comment.
Simply hit this need help button, and it'll bring you to the BotRix Discord where the mods can help you. But everything's working perfectly so far, so we're going to click this green finish button. And now you can see that our Twitch account is linked because that's what we use to log in. And now we have our Kick account linked to BotRix. However, if you look at the top left,
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. You got it. Damn, bro. How do you know? Damn, I don't look different when I'm wearing the thing on my head. Oh man, I thought you weren't gonna recognize me, bro. Damn, that sucks. I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
Over here are going to be for our Twitch account. We don't want that. So how we change that is that we go to the profile tab, and then we go to the Kick portion, and we click the green settings button. So now it shows.
Oh, I don't understand that language. I'm sorry.
So we look.
Wait, what it says, get longer hair could be a double ganger of Post Malone. Yeah, nah, man, I look too Mexican or too Arabic, man. Look at me. I don't know. Somebody's writing Chinese. Someone is writing Arabic. I have no idea. Ni hao ma, nalilae.
Look in the top left platform.
Marhaban ahlan wa sahlan.
Take alerts and all that, which we're going to. It'll be for Kick and not Twitch or whatever.
It says Raymond could be the Mexican Post Malone. Who knows? That's funny. That's funny. Nobody would notice. Yeah, man. Everybody would notice, man. Look, I'm not white, super Mexican. You could mistake me by somebody from what's it called? What is the people? I mean, this is no stereotype, but there's people that work in the gas station. They usually are from India. Oh, somebody can confuse me from somebody from Bangladesh, man. Yeah, I know.
Platform you have selected under the profile tab. So now that our
I just need to have the talent to make music, bro.
It says platform is Kick. We're ready to move on to the alerts. So let's click the alerts in the top left corner, and then you can see we can change it for subscription, gift sub, followers, raid, tips, and kicks. But we're going to focus on followers because you have to be an affiliate to get subs and gifted subs, but followers you can get right off the bat. By the way, if you want more helpful Kick videos like this,
Man, I've been trying to set up my thing for Kick, and I haven't been able to. Most of these things are for the pay version, and I'm broke. I have no money, man. I've been going through a tough time. I hurt my back, so I can't work like what I used to do before. I used to be an Uber driver. As you guys can see in my videos, I used to drive Uber. But unfortunately, yeah, I injured my back. I went to the doctor, and I got 2 injections on my back, and that just messed me up even more. I have a twin turbo Prius, and we should race for 10K in your car. In your car, Vin Diesel voice, bro. I don't even have a car, bro. I used to ride a rental, man, and it was a Honda. No, it was a Toyota. Yeah, Toyota Corolla, man. Imagine that. If you have a Prius that's turbo, double exhaustion, man, you win, bro. You win. That's it. You win. The Toyota Corollas don't run that much, but they go the distance. You know, they're marathon runners, not speed runners. You know. You think a Prius can be a Toyota Corolla?
Video, so YouTube recommends more of me to you. Now we can move on to the actual alerts. So we're going to start with the followers tab, just because everybody can use followers right when you start streaming. So
let me see, moderation, chatbot, which is alert. Let's do. Whoa. Whoa. What's going on? Okay. And then I'm gonna set this up right here. Ahí está bien. Ahí está más o menos. Bueno, whatever. Cool guy. What's up, cool guy? I think that's good right there. I don't know. Maybe. I have no idea. I don't know. Subscribers, kicks. No, I don't know. I don't have that, bro. I don't have the thing for follow. Why?
Streaming on Kick. And so you'll see active alert right here. You can disable this alert. So if you don't want follower alerts, then you can just disable it, or you can keep it enabled with this green little color. So for example, if you don't want to get raid alerts, you can click on raid and then disable it, and then you'll go down and click save settings. But usually most people want alerts for everything, so I'm just going to leave everything enabled. So we'll start with followers. Now you can customize everything that you want to, including the style, so how it looks, the provision, everything else, animation. You can even change how long it lasts for, which I wish I could control that about other parts of my life. Everything is self-explanatory, but for the picture.
That's funny, man.
Picture and sound, if you click the little blue button next to them, you can choose from Botrix's gallery, so you can just go ahead and just pick one. So if we want, we can pick this nice Michael Scott one, and then click select. So that'll be our GIF that plays. Then for the sound, we can click on the blue one next to sound, and then we can pick one of these sounds. If you want to preview it, you can just click on this, and then click and hold, and it'll play the sound. And so whenever you pick one that you like, so let's do this one. This one sounds all right. I didn't believe I'd ever lose those last few pounds until I stepped on the scale. Factor is my favorite hack for losing weight sustainably with restaurant quality food. These chef-made meals take the guesswork out of eating clean. Everything's pre-portioned and dietitian approved, so I'm not counting calories. I'm not even cooking. Factor gets delivered to my door each week, and I just eat in 2 minutes. No prep, no kitchen cleanup. I'm doing keto-friendly meals, delicious protein options, and absolutely zero extreme diets. Stop counting calories and start looking forward to how you'll feel with Factor. Want to lose 8 pounds in 8 weeks? Start with 50% off your first box. Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44. Then we're going to click select, and then those will be the GIF and sound that we have. Now, if you want to upload your own, you can go to giphy.com, which is right there. Or if you wanted to get some sounds, you go to myinstance.com, and you can go and download sounds there. And you click the little green button under the sound or the picture. You can just upload your own sounds if you want to do it that way. But we're going to keep it easy and just stick to these blue buttons here. We're going to make sure that the volume's at 50%, just so it's loud enough to hear. And then you can... Escúchame bien para que le entendas bien al trámite. Recordad que son 4 restaurantes que entran en la promo. Son Burger King, Popeyes, Dunkin', Churchill. Y la mecánica es sencilla, mi niño. Vos compras un refresco, una papa regular, fin del comunicado. Te van a tirar tu buen bajón. Como por ejemplo en Dunkin' te van a tirar donas, papi. Por ejemplo, en Burger King te van a tirar tu hamburguesa, mi niño. En Popeye te van a tirar tu tender, mi papi. Y así, mi niño, consecutivamente. Así que abusate, son estos 4 restaurantes. Compra tu refresquito, tu papita y ¡rucutu! Ahí te va tu regalo de los seleccionados nacionales. Por ser la mera pera, baleate y querés, pero nos vamos para Brasil.
¿Cuánta gente tiene esta gente ahí, bro? Qué relajo, bro. You know what? Yo no me había puesto en... Voy a chequear. Es que, aunque trate, esa vaina es diferente ahorita porque no hay chavo, bro. Si no hay chavo... Let's see.
I see people debate a lot what's better to stream on YouTube or Twitch, and it's a question I get asked a lot because I'm like Constantine, the man who walks between worlds here, because I stream on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I multi-stream. I am the future. I'm the chimera. There's pros and cons to each platform, but if you do both of them at the same time, you create the perfect stew. It's the chemical X to streaming. I have said since switching to multi-streaming, every single person should be multi-streaming. Contracts don't exist anymore except for on Kick, and even that I think is gone. There are no Twitch contracts. There are no YouTube contracts. They've gone extinct, like the saber-toothed tiger. You know, like they have wanked their ass with contracts to creators. So I think you are making a big mistake if you just marry yourself to one of those platforms instead of just doing both, because you can. When people talk about this subject, they only give like the basic rundown, like the nutsack summary of pros and cons. I haven't seen anyone really go over numbers. I'm going to go over numbers. And I really think that the numbers here tell a very complete story of why multi-streaming should be the norm for streamers. It's in their best interest, and for viewers too, because then viewers have a choice on, do they want to watch it on Twitch where they're going to have a much more interactive chat experience, or do they want to watch it on YouTube where they don't care about the chat experience because it's a lot more dog shitty there, and basically non-existent chat culture on YouTube streaming, but the playback is a lot smoother, a lot higher quality, and you can rewind it, which is a nice quality of life change. Also, it's a lot better on mobile. Twitch on mobile has been a fucking disaster for me for as long as I've tried to watch Twitch on my phone. Also, the ads on Twitch, they're getting outrageous. YouTube streaming doesn't have nearly as many ads, which is a nice breath of fresh air. Like, there are real pros and cons to both, but these are just the basics. And these talking points have been worn out more than my pussy after eating anything with spice in it. So I'm not just going to be baby bird vomiting the same talking points you've heard a million times. Instead, I want to show you the numbers. I want to bring up my biggest, most profitable stream I ever did on Twitch and then break it down a little bit. It was in 2022 when Moist Esports won the Rocket League Major, the Spring Major. Still one of the best moments I've ever had streaming. I peaked at 75,000 live viewers. It was a very long stream that I did, and it took home 11.7K for that whole stream. Roughly 2,000 subs, but most of it came through ads, and most of those subs were primes. Subbing on Twitch is far more common than members joining on YouTube. Membership on YouTube is the equivalent of a Twitch sub, where someone on YouTube pays $1. So like a tier 1 sub on YouTube for my channel is $1. On Twitch, the minimum's $5, but it's the same concept. You pay.
They were called crazy, but they were wrong. Ooh. Oh, I saw this.
They keep outperforming me and call me crazy, but I hope they never stop. Everyone thinks I have a team, a full-on 5-person operation, but it's just me and Motion. I didn't hire anyone, I hired AI, a team of diligent experts. My executive assistant handles all my calendars and emails. My marketing associate drafts my posts and runs my campaigns. And my sales rep finds leads and actually follows up without me having to lift a finger. But how do you keep it up? And I just nod, like I've got a whole team behind me. But
so we got another TikTok influencer who's arrested on a live stream because she was an illegal alien?
Wow, that's crazy.
This is Tatiana Martinez. She's a TikToker. Now, Tatiana is a Colombian national. She came to the United States in 2022, but since that was under the Biden administration, they released her and let her stay in the country illegally. Now, during her time here in the United States, ICE officials claim that Tatiana was convicted of driving under the influence in Los Angeles. This conviction makes her a criminal illegal alien.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me, dude. I gotta be freaking, I gotta be more active on.
The United States led her to become an influencer on TikTok. Now here's Tatiana's oldest video on TikTok, and ironically, she is sitting in a Tesla, which is going to be important later, so remember, this Tesla. Now with her phone and her TikTok channel, she became kind of like a reporter on the street, documenting random crimes or police interactions that she saw. Here is a TikTok she uploaded of some random black guy getting arrested.
Acaban de atrapar a uno de los sospechosos, güey. Acaban de atrapar a uno de los sospechosos de los que andaban siguiendo acá.
And here's just another random accident that occurred in Los Angeles. She's documenting it for her followers. Now, with the camera in her audience, she began doing more. She's an illegal alien, and Donald Trump gets to the office. So she's like, I don't like this whole deport everybody thing. So she starts following ICE agents and documenting their arrests.
Wow.
Now, I know what you're thinking. She's here illegally. She should be laying low, doing her thing, trying to stay off the radar. But no, as you'll see in this next video, she's got the camera up in ICE's face while they're arresting farm workers.
Camarillo, California.
Damn.
A esta hora la comunidad está muy conmocionada por todo lo que está pasando.
Now, Tatiana took it to another level because she then started posting things like this, where you can clearly see agents getting ready for some type of operation. And she's obviously giving people a heads up that this operation is about to go down.
Veo como con maletas y miren cómo van descargados de maletas. Miren cómo van descargados de maletas. ¿Ustedes creen que ya se van?
So we have an illegal migrant who was convicted of a crime, who is in the country illegally, and now is documenting ICE operations and giving people a heads up about where ICE is coming. And let's just be honest, it is a little embarrassing to ICE to have an illegal immigrant filming other illegal immigrants get deported and making all this money off the video. So what did ICE do? Well, they clicked the follow button and started following Tatiana.
Wow,
and her
that's crazy.
The brilliant Tatiana would actually live stream where she was at, what she was doing. Come find me because I'm here in Los Angeles following ICE. So Tatiana decided to live stream on Friday, August 15th, 2025. Now, Tatiana's in her Tesla and she's near downtown Los Angeles. Now, obviously she's doing her report where ICE is, on doing her live streams. And remember, ICE is now watching her follow ICE.
Wow.
Now, as she's following around ICE then springs the trap and Tatiana is cornered.
Ay, espérate, no, wait, no, espérate.
Wow, that's crazy.
Espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate.
Wow.
Espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate, me voy a dejar, pero espérate.
Wow, pero estaba haciendo dinero para que tuvieran un Tesla, bro.
Now, police pull Tatiana out of the car, and then some crazy stuff happens. Like, a random tow truck starts towing away the agent's car.
Whoa, that's crazy, bro. Yo, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, the law enforcement officers' cars were towed away by some rando. And when the Department of Homeland Security finds that person, charges are obviously going to be brought. But as of right now, you can say goodbye to Tatiana. She had a great run here in the United States for the past, 3 years?
Wow.
But eventually, she got herself caught because she became
Wow.
an influencer, had all these fans, started following ICE around, and eventually ICE turned around and grabbed her. Now, for those who are longtime viewers of the channel, I know what you're thinking. You're like, this is the second one, Nate, right? The first one, his name was Leonel Moreno. Remember that guy?
In his most recent controversial TikTok video,
didn't he die
Moreno was
or
telling his
something?
followers to avoid living on the streets in the United States. quote, invade empty homes and live there, saying under U.S. law, if a house is uninhabited, it can be seized, referring to squatting rights in our country.
Then he was saying that Americans were stupid, and if you were smart like him, you'd be making money, but we're stupid for taking care of him and his family.
A Venezuelan migrant bragged about living off of U.S. taxpayer money.
Confieso que a mí no me gusta trabajar porque me da alergia. Vivo de los taxis que usted paga.
Wow. Qué bruto, bro.
Lionel Moreno uploaded multiple TikToks encouraging more of his fellow Latinos to come to the U.S.
Y es totalmente falso que la frontera está cerrada. La frontera está abierta. Capichi, para todas esas personas, muchachos.
So yeah, eventually they caught up to him and deported him back to Venezuela.
Estoy en peligro de muerte en United States. Necesito protección.
But I never understand. If you are here illegally, that means somebody's looking to send you back somewhere. So why would you go on TikTok and tell them where you're at? And then go follow the cops who are looking for you. Eventually, they're going to find you. Why? Because you're right next to them. Let me know in the comment section if you feel sorry for this person, because there's a whole bunch of people, oh, they should have taken her. It's a bad thing. But I'm just going to keep it. I think she earned it. She earned her deportation.
Damn, that's crazy. Otro. A ver.
More on all those stories ahead, but first, another disturbing attack on ICE officers. A mob assaulting 4 agents in San Francisco, even threatening their families. Christina Coleman is live in Los Angeles with more on this. Christina.
John, dozens of protesters rallied outside of San Francisco's federal court building waiting for the release of a person who DHS identified as Adrian Guerrero, a U.S. citizen who federal officials say assaulted ICE officers and threatened law enforcement by saying, quote, I'm going to go after your family and I'm going to stab you. Guerrero, who identifies as a woman and goes by the name Angie, was charged with assault and destruction of federal property after allegedly slashing the tire of a government vehicle. DHS says it happened on Wednesday when a group of about 15 to 20 violent anti-ICE rioters in San Francisco assaulted, grabbed, punched, and pepper sprayed ICE agents who were conducting targeted immigration enforcement in San Francisco, in that city. DHS says they surrounded and assaulted 4 federal agents. DHS says, quote, while standing at arm's length from an officer, Guerrero made repeated threats, stating, quote, I'm going to...
That's tough. The zombie district of Germany. A young girl crying over the blaze says she was...
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit scared. I just got chased by a dog that wouldn't stop chasing me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How old are you?
18?
You're 18. You look younger than that.
I got ID.
You need any help or what?
No, I'm just going somewhere to cool off.
Where are you going?
Just somewhere to cool off on me.
Are you from this area?
Yeah, I'm gonna head right back to home after I...
No, she's
Was
shaking.
it a
Yeah,
dog
that's
or was
crazy.
it a person that chased you?
It was a dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 18.
I can't even see it, but...
Yeah, and you're up with life. See?
Yeah.
I'm 18. I'm fine.
You're fine? You don't need nothing? There's a cop right there. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit scared. I just got chased by...
Wow. Así pudimos encontrar a Pimpo en su escondite. Prófugos capítulo The End of the Island Boys. Por fin, ¿cuánto me pagó YouTube con 1900 suscriptores? Wow, eso está bien cerca, ¿no?
Hunger is here and I needed it because my fridge is super empty. I'm gonna open the box.
¿Cuánto me pagó YouTube como creador de contenido y a 30 días o los primeros 30 días de estar monetizando como socio o partner y después de que me llegó el bendito código de Google AdSense? Si llegaste a este video es porque seguramente tú también piensas, sueñas como yo, algún día poder generar algún dinero extra, algún ingreso pasivo gracias a YouTube. Y si estás buscando ese tema, quédate en este video porque aquí te voy a platicar no solo mi experiencia, sino también lo que he podido yo hacer como mi viaje para haber logrado que YouTube en 6 meses pudiera hacerme su socio, su partner para este tema de la monetización a través de mi canal de YouTube. Como te das cuenta, pues es un canal pequeño, pero que comenzó a monetizar 6 meses después de haberlo activado. Quédate conmigo en este video porque te voy a ir platicando cuáles son los requisitos para monetizar. Te voy a hablar y yo te hablo desde mi experiencia desde México, cómo puedes lograr tú llegar a cumplir esos requisitos, cuánto es lo que me pagó durante los 30 primeros días de monetización, que te estoy hablando del 20 de junio al 20 de julio de 2024, y te voy a dar algunas otras recomendaciones. Si tú apenas estás comenzando un canal y piensas que en algún momento lo puedes monetizar, que sepas que estás en el video correcto. Así que bueno, vamos a comenzar con lo que tengo preparado para ti. Primero te quiero contar rápidamente mi experiencia. ¿Por qué decidí voltear a ver YouTube como una red social para generar dinero? Porque todo el mundo sabe, y lo sabemos, que es la red social donde puedes generar ingresos pasivos de una forma no tan difícil como otras redes sociales. Yo tengo experiencia ya de 8 años en Instagram, de hecho tengo una comunidad muy grande por allá, y en Instagram tengo 3 años monetizando, pero jamás me imaginé que lo que iba a lograr yo en YouTube, lo logré en Instagram durante meses o durante quizá 1 año y medio, cuando acá lo logré a la mitad del tiempo. Por eso yo volteé a ver a YouTube como otra plataforma, para monetizar. Entonces, ¿cuál fue mi viaje? Yo comencé, como aquí te estás dando cuenta, abrí mi perfil o mi página en YouTube en 2018, pero la tuve inactiva hasta diciembre de 2023. Sí subimos algunos videos en el 2018 previo a pandemia, pero como en Instagram nos empezó a ir muy bien con el tema del crecimiento orgánico acelerado y de la generación de comunidad, nos fuimos olvidando un poco de YouTube porque no lo tenía en mente como una plataforma para monetizar. Entonces lo dejé abandonado en stand-by durante algunos años y retomamos con mucho compromiso este camino de la creación de contenido en YouTube a partir de diciembre 2023. A partir de diciembre del año pasado, estamos hablando ya 10 meses activo en YouTube. No fue sino hasta junio, 20 de junio del 2024 de este año, cuando yo pude reunir los requisitos que YouTube te pide para comenzar a monetizar. Quiere decir que me llevó 6 meses reactivar mi perfil, comprometerme a estar subiendo una cantidad de 4 videos largos más 4 shorts por mes, un short y un video largo por semana. Me llevó 6 meses llegar a comenzar a monetizar. ¿Cuáles son los requisitos que tienes que cumplir para volverte partner o socio de YouTube para que puedas generar dinero? Son 2. El primer requisito es cumplir 1000 suscriptores. En este sentido, y te voy a ser muy franco, no me costó mucho trabajo el tema de los suscriptores a mí, porque yo ya traía una comunidad muy fuerte en Instagram. Si estamos hablando del 2023, finales de 2023, yo traía ya prácticamente 250,000 seguidores orgánicos, con un engagement rate muy alto por allá y una comunidad fidelizada. Por eso, en cuanto yo comencé a subir videos ya a partir de enero de este año, muchas personas de parte de mi comunidad de Instagram fácilmente me empezaron a seguir acá, conectaron y se comenzaron a suscribir. El segundo requisito son 4,000 horas de visualizaciones o de vistas. Sí me llevó 6 meses. ¿Cómo lo logré? Y aquí es donde viene, pues no es un secreto, más bien es una táctica o estrategia que tú también puedes implementar. Yo empecé a entender cuál era prácticamente el juego de YouTube. Para generar horas de visualización era necesario publicar videos largos, entonces nos enfocamos a crear esos 4 videos al mes. Tenían un promedio de duración entre 17 y 20 minutos, mientras que los shorts me ayudaban a consolidar un poquito más el tema de los suscriptores. Quiere decir que el video largo te puede traer horas de visualización y los shorts se prestan un poco más a traerte suscriptores a tu canal. Yo a mediados de mayo 2024 cumplí con los requisitos. Inmediatamente YouTube te avisa, te llega una notificación de que ya puedes monetizar, que ya puedes formar parte del programa de
Google AdSense, que ya puedes formar parte del socio de YouTube. Y lo que tienes que hacer es una serie de pasos en la misma plataforma para activar tu perfil de Google AdSense. Lo que te pide YouTube es rellenar algunos datos y el requisito principal, bueno, ya después de haberlos cumplido, ahora era activar tu cuenta de Google AdSense para que Google, ¿no?, te estuviera depositando o te comenzara a depositar las ganancias generadas mes a mes en una cuenta bancaria. Para poder activar tu cuenta en Google AdSense, precisamente te envían este código, ¿no? Es un código que llega por correo. Yo sé que hay muchas personas que nunca les llegó, que tuvieron que activarlo de otra forma. A mí me llegó prácticamente en un mes y medio, y te estoy hablando que yo estoy en México, y en un mes y medio yo pude entonces ya activar y empezar a generar dinero. ¿Cuándo se dio esto? El 20 de junio de 2024. A continuación te voy a presentar ya, porque sé que estás en este video para saber cuánto gané yo los 30 primeros días monetizando con YouTube, con apenas 5 o 6 meses reactivo y entregando 4 videos largos y 4 shorts cada mes. Te voy a mostrar a continuación desde la pantalla cómo es que logré esto. Muy bien, entonces te estoy presentando las estadísticas de mi canal desde dentro del estudio de YouTube, para que veas todo lo que te he venido platicando y veas realmente lo que he podido generar durante el primer mes. Aunque ya tengo 3 meses prácticamente monetizando en YouTube, aquí te estoy mostrando lo que pude generar el primer mes después de haber sido aceptado en el programa de partners de YouTube. Como te contaba, y si estás viendo aquí en mi gráfica, estás viendo que el primer short con el que reactivé mi canal lo lanzamos casi a finales de 2023, el 18 de diciembre. Pero no fue hasta febrero cuando nos pusimos pilas y cuando dijimos, sí podemos lograr volvernos socios de YouTube. Sí se puede lograr generar esos 1000 suscriptores. Yo ya prácticamente traía 1900 suscriptores y lograr sobre todo las 4000 horas de visualización. Entonces aquí te estoy mostrando en pantalla simplemente el tema del overview, ¿no?, de todo mi canal, para que veas cómo desde diciembre empezamos a activarnos con los shorts y después ya empezamos a intercalar shorts con video largo, ¿no?, algunos videos largos y algunos shorts. Y si te das cuenta, si nos vamos ya a la gráfica de los ingresos estimados, no fue hasta el 20 de junio 2024 que empezamos a monetizar. Después de 5 meses de haber estado trabajando para llegar a cumplir los requisitos, 1000 suscriptores y 4000 horas de reproducción, y después de haber activado lo que te platicaba, nuestro código con Google AdSense para poder estar recibiendo los ingresos cada mes en mi cuenta bancaria, fue hasta el 20 de junio que empezamos a monetizar. Y como estás viendo en pantalla, el primer día ganamos 0.69 centavos de dólar, ¿no? Esto nos supo como si hubiéramos generado $1000, $10,000, a lo mejor $1,000,000, porque la emoción, la verdad, fue muy grande. Darnos cuenta que ya éramos parte de un programa de monetización que siempre para nosotros, creadores de contenido, pues es un aliciente, ¿no? Es motivante definitivamente. Y entonces ahí comenzamos nosotros nuestra monetización 20 de junio 2024, y aquí puedes ver en toda esta estadística y esta gráfica lo que se ha ido generando cada día. Voy a cambiarle las fechas para que veas prácticamente, si nos estamos refiriendo a cuánto generé el primer mes monetizando, voy a poner aquí las fechas exactas del 20 de junio 2024 al 20 de julio 2000, aquí no sé por qué me lo puso 24, vamos a cambiarle y vamos a aplicar. Bien, entonces, como te das cuenta aquí también en la gráfica, esto fue lo que estuvimos generando durante el primer mes. Perdón, déjenme, aquí me lo puse 2023, vamos a volverlo a hacer. Desde junio 2024, porque no se me hacía muy grande
With the Amex Gold Card, every meal is a reward. earning you 4 times membership rewards points at restaurants and U.S. supermarkets. That's an opportunity in every bite, sip, slice, and scoop. Whether you decide to stay in or go all out. Earn rewards on every day.
Aquí está ya, ¿no? Entonces, este fue nuestro primer día, 69 centavos de dólar. Luego ya nos empezamos a comprometer y aquí te puedes dar cuenta cómo durante este primer mes de monetización subimos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7.
fueron 5 videos largos, ¿no? 5 videos largos, lo que te contaba, de entre 16, 20 minutos de duración. Y subimos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shorts. Creo que ha sido este mes de arranque, estamos eso, ¿no? Demasiado contentos, motivados. No es que ahora la motivación haya bajado, para nada, al contrario. Seguimos subiendo el contenido cada lunes y los shorts una vez por semana. Pero aquí te puedes dar cuenta cuál fue la frecuencia que tuve, ¿no? Y también si nos vamos a la gráfica de lo que se fue generando cada día en el tema de AdSense, te das cuenta que, bueno, generamos $69, $53, $55.90. Luego aquí tuvimos un pico de $5.86 el 25 de junio. Bajamos $5.36 y así nos vamos, ¿no? Con algunos picos. Aquí muy interesante, yo creo que el día que más generamos ganancia en este primer mes fueron $8.86 centavos, el 9 de julio. Aquí ya traíamos una inercia interesante de 4 videos largos y 3 shorts, ¿no? Que ayuda, definitivamente ayuda al tema de las visualizaciones. Aquí fue cayendo otra vez y luego aquí ya se fue cerrando. Entonces, ¿cuál fue la ganancia? ¿Cuánto fue lo que generé durante el primer mes monetizando YouTube? Pues aquí lo puedes ver, ¿no? $99.85. $99.85. Que si lo traducimos a pesos mexicanos, te estoy hablando desde México, prácticamente son entre 1,990 y 2,000 pesos mexicanos el primer mes monetizado.
What can you do with that in Mexico?
Entonces, ¿por qué te muestro esto? Para que veas que no son los cientos de miles ni los miles de dólares, pero es un ingreso pasivo. Es un ingreso que cae muy bien, sobre todo es un ingreso que motiva a saber que esta plataforma es una plataforma que está apoyando a los creadores de contenido, que reúnen los requisitos y que se suman también a ser parte de esos creadores que van a sostener esta plataforma con sus videos. Ahora, te quiero mostrar también, y nos vamos a ver acá, porque aquí nos tenemos que ir a Revenue, para que también veas por video. Eso sí me gustaría mostrarte, ¿no? Me voy a mover un poco aquí la pantalla para que puedas ver cuáles son los videos, ¿no? Que en ese periodo de tiempo fueron los que generaron. Aquí te presenta un ranking, los videos que mejor se desempeñaron y los que te han generado mayor número de dólares, ¿no? En este caso. Entonces aquí puedes ver, y aquí yo puedo ver por qué sirve estar revisando esto. Porque cuando ves y detectas cuáles son los videos que están monetizando mejor, tienes un patrón que seguir. Si ese video está generando buena ganancia, ¿no? Por vista o por la publicidad que se le incluye al inicio, al final, en medio o al final, puedes empezar a tener patrones para saber cuál es el contenido que más te conviene crear. Entonces, aquí lo que hace YouTube es ponerte un ranking de los videos que han generado más, ¿no? Más, y como puedes ver, por ejemplo, que lo publicamos al final de julio, el algoritmo de Instagram cambió casi al final, ¿no? El día 20 de julio, en ese primer mes, pues ha generado $51.87. Ya si nos vamos y cambiamos acá arriba, aquí puedes ver, ¿no? Los ingresos estimados que he generado con YouTube durante el primer mes que nos convertimos en socios. Y ya para terminar, solamente recordarte que este video lo hice con toda la intención de que te motives, que si estás de capa caída o que si estás presentando alguna dificultad en el tema de la monetización con otras plataformas, en mi caso como Instagram, Si te está costando algo de trabajo, ¿por qué no comprometerte y volverte una creadora o un creador de contenido en YouTube? Estamos viendo que es una plataforma que mientras la entregas, también la plataforma te responde, siempre y cuando cumplas
Monetiza
los
en 30
requisitos.
días. Wow.
Running hurts. Tai Chi heals, especially after 50.
Eso es pura.
Alcanzar las 4.000 horas de reproducción en YouTube no es una tarea tan difícil como tú lo crees ni como te lo han pintado. Si te quedas conmigo los próximos minutos, te voy a decir cómo le hice yo, cuáles son los factores que yo implementé en el 2024 para volverme parte del programa de socios de YouTube. Sobre todo en un momento donde mi canal estaba pasando las de Caín y la verdad no estaban teniendo las visualizaciones que yo esperaba. Porque llegar a las 4.000 horas no depende tanto del número de suscriptores que tienes como muchas personas lo piensan, sino más bien de la calidad de tu contenido y de otros factores que iremos viendo a continuación. Pero ¿por qué todo el mundo anda detrás de estas 4.000 horas de reproducción? Por algo muy sencillo. Es uno de los dos requisitos que necesitas reunir para que tu canal comience a monetizar en YouTube. Por un lado, llegar a los 1.000 suscriptores y por el otro, llegar a las 4.000 horas de reproducción. Pero antes de darte estos 6 factores y esta fórmula que tú puedes implementar hoy, si quieres que 2025 sea tu año de monetización en esta plataforma, déjame aclarar una idea y es el tema de qué entendemos por horas de reproducción. Y es algo de entender muy sencillo, pero quizá no resulte tanto llevarlo a la práctica, pero aún así es posible. Las horas de reproducción, por lo que te pide YouTube, es que en un lapso no mayor de 365 días, es decir, en menos de un año, las vistas que puedan sumar en tus videos largos puedan llegar a superar las 4.000 horas de reproducción. Puede ser que un solo video se viralice y llegue a sumar más de 4.000 horas de visualización de las personas, o puede ser que sumes esas 4.000 horas en diferentes contenidos en forma de video. Mira estos dos ejemplos. En este primer ejemplo que te estoy presentando, este video mío del año pasado superó apenas las 700 vistas en un periodo de algunos meses. Pero si ves este segundo ejemplo de este video que se me hizo viral, verás que sumó más de 8.500 horas de visualización o de reproducción. Es decir, si este video lo hubiera yo colocado o lo hubiera compartido antes o cuando estaba en el proceso de la monetización, con este simple video que se me viralizó a los 3-4 meses, yo hubiera logrado esas 4.000 horas que me pedía YouTube en un menor tiempo. Ahora sí, vámonos a los 6 factores que te ayudarán hoy a construir un canal de YouTube monetizado. Factor número 1, crea videos largos. Y es lo que hemos dicho siempre. Si tú lo que te quieres enfocar es en atraer suscriptores a tu canal, yo diría que la estrategia está más enfocada en formato short. Estos videos que ya pueden ser de hasta 3 minutos de duración, te pueden ayudar a conseguir suscriptores porque logran tener mayor visibilidad. Pero si lo que tú buscas es las 4.000 horas de reproducción, enfócate en videos más largos. En mi experiencia te podría decir que un video a partir de los 8 minutos y quizá no más de los 20 minutos se puede considerar un video largo, más sustancial, entregas más calidad de contenido, más profundo, y eso hace que las personas se enganchen con el video y lo puedan consumir de inicio a fin. Si quieres enfocarte en las horas de reproducción, enfócate en los videos horizontales. Segundo factor, crea videos en tendencia o de tendencia. Y aquí que tenemos que ser muy francos.
Vamos mirando las noticias. Mira que una influencer de TikTok que estaba grabando
en YouTube. Si llevas un tema en tendencia bien y lo desarrollas bien, puedes ganar mucha visibilidad por la interacción que comenzará a generar. Pongamos un ejemplo, el tema de llevar a cabo o construir un video de una tendencia que a la vez sea controversial. Cuando tú presentas un tema que genera controversia y debate sano entre la audiencia, pues estás asegurando que es un mayor número de interacciones en ese video para que esas interacciones lo lleven muy bien. El número de comentarios funciona y es válido para llevar más lejos a un video porque YouTube entiende que es un video que está generando y que está aportando valor. El número de likes, por supuesto. Y también puede ser que el número de suscriptores que te estén pidiendo por ese video. Estos videos en tendencia o los videos controversiales lo que te van a ayudar es a una cosa y a la principal métrica de YouTube, que es el porcentaje de reproducción o el famosísimo tema de la retención. Mientras más retienes a la persona en el video, tu video más gana. ¿En cuanto a qué? En cuanto a alcance y visibilidad. Oye, pero ¿cómo logramos ese tema de la retención? Vámonos entonces al tercer factor de esta fórmula. Y el recuérdalo siempre, la métrica número 1 de Instagram es qué tanto refieres. Y aquí lo que nos
For real, BitIQ is good to do YouTube. Pum, 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 pum. Lo que necesito es un... para grabar. Wow, y uno de los increíbles es que wow, tengo mi página de los perros, la puedo setear bien de nuevo y tirar tráfico para allá, pero no sé si lo voy a seguir haciendo. O voy a empezar el web personal y internet de la computadora, tengo 50 gente. Para poder hacer en vivos. Bien.
No sé, tengo una historia que te interesa. ¿Qué buscas? Disfrutarme de la vida. ¿Te enamoraste, verdad? ¿De quién?
Yes, you say the same? Oh, okay. I have somebody I want to marry.
Esto se acaba cuando yo digo que se acaba. Solo tienes que llevarme un trío blanco.
It's okay. After 3, I'll finish at 3. Oh, 4:15, right? This is over 4:15. Thank you.
Eso termina tu hijo.
Oye, me están haciendo la otra para que tú sintieras que todo se le puede.
Sí.
Si empezamos a llegar al uno de
A
dos,
ver.
estamos jodidos. Me enamoré de ti como nunca te me enamorado.
Yo creo que sería buena idea dejar eso así ahí. A ver. Sería bueno tener un coso de eso, pero todos los que he tenido se han jodido. Eso.
No quiero decir que sea sospechoso, pero soy negro.
Ok, ahora sí.
En las manos de este hombre.
Es una decisión muy importante. Sin embargo,
¿Sabes cuál es el secreto de una estafa exitosa? El estafador sabe exactamente qué es lo que más quiere.
Uy.
Seguro que no te vas a arrepentir. No sé si todos tus hijos se siguen.
lamento lo de tu mamá. Gracias.
Estímulos visuales para que más tiempo permanezcan contigo y también para que no se vuelva muy monótono
el estarte viendo simplemente hablar frente a la cámara. Como ves en estos videos, en mis videos siempre utilizamos este tema de elementos gráficos y visuales dinámicos para darle eso, ¿no? Un ritmo diferente al video y que se antoje más poderlo consumir de inicio a fin. Recuerda que la retención o a más grande tasa de retención de tu video, de ella va a depender la visibilidad que logre ese video en un mediano o largo plazo. Segunda recomendación, utiliza títulos y miniaturas.
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf or saving for a family vacation. But one commitment that's easy, switching to Fios Home Internet with a 5-year price lock guarantee. That means 5 great summers of fast, reliable internet at the same low price, all with the Fios 1 gig internet plan. Plus no hidden fees or equipment charges. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for new and existing My Home customers.
Vaya que este tema o sobre este tema ya has recibido muchísima información y a lo mejor ya estás un poco saturada o saturado, aburrido sobre el tema del SEO, de las miniaturas, del diseño de los títulos. Aquí simplemente voy a darte mi reflexión. Yo creo que gran parte del éxito de un video para que se comience a ver o retenga a la persona inclusive depende prácticamente de la miniatura, de la portada del video, del título y de la descripción. Fíjate cómo YouTube, el ecosistema de YouTube precisamente funciona. Cuando las personas ven ese video como un video recomendado o les aparece en su feed o en su página de inicio, mientras más poderoso sea esa miniatura o más poderoso sea ese título, las personas le van a dar clic. Por eso yo creo que si te tienes que enfocar en desarrollar una buena y efectiva habilidad, ahora que tienes un canal pequeño que lo estás construyendo, es diseñar portadas súper atractivas, miniaturas muy atractivas, que atienden a todo este tema del SEO.
A ver si agarra esta vaina.
Entienda de qué va tu video, se lo pueda mostrar a la audiencia correcta. ¿Qué te recomiendo hacer con el tema de los títulos? El título del video no tiene que estar relacionado directamente con el diseño de su portada, porque a veces creemos eso y más bien somos redundantes. Por ejemplo, ¿no? Si este video se llama 5 recomendaciones para canales pequeños, no necesariamente...
¡Guau! ¡Qué bien me siento estar tirando solo para la verdad!
Yo creo que una miniatura que llama la atención es la que simplemente complementa al título del video. Por ejemplo, utilizar portadas, pocas palabras, palabras poderosas, palabras de relación, alocuciones, frases hechas que llamen la atención, creo que son las que pueden funcionar más a que las personas le den más clics a esa portada. Y fíjate, simplemente una reflexión. Tú y yo conocemos quién es MrBeast. Y si tú te metes a ver las portadas, las portadas de MrBeast son unos diseños extraordinarios que siempre van marcando tendencia. Si te fijas, yo creo que el 90% de sus portadas ni siquiera, de las miniaturas, ni siquiera incluye título. Simplemente el dibujo, la ilustración o la fotografía un poco manipulada llama poderosamente la atención del visitante o del espectador para tu video. El tema de las descripciones, todo lo que viene después del título de tu video, ahí sí te recomiendo que estratégicamente utilices palabras clave. ¿Qué son las palabras clave? Son aquellas palabras que
¿Por qué ponen a echar?
video y que le dan pistas o le dan a entender al algoritmo de YouTube de qué trata tu video y para quién es ese video. Yo siento que una descripción que incluye palabras claves de forma estratégica e inclusive algunos hashtags, ¿por qué no?, puede ayudar a que tu video tenga más visibilidad en un corto tiempo o el video. Tercera recomendación, promociona tu nuevo video en tus otras redes sociales para darle a acercarse. Pero mira, este es el principal consejo, principal recomendación que te voy a dar. Claro que a mí me hubiera gustado muchísimo haber aprendido antes de haber cometido muchos errores y haber hecho que mis videos no tuvieran las suficientes views o las suficientes visualizaciones al inicio y que después no les fuera tan bueno. ¿Y a qué me refiero con esto? Que sí es verdad, es bueno que si tú tienes presencia digital en otras plataformas como Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads o cualquier otra plataforma, es bueno que si tú ya tienes allá audiencias construidas, ¿por qué no llevarte tu nuevo video para darle más visibilidad a ese video y Instagram lo puedes empezar? Pero fíjate lo que sucede y aquí te digo toda tu atención, porque este es el consejo de oro. Mira lo que sucede.
Pobre de YouTube.
Entonces, si yo me llevo este video que habla sobre YouTube a Instagram, ¿qué va a pasar? Muchas personas le darán clic para viajar a mi canal y empezar a consumirlo. Pero ¿qué va a suceder?
No se van a quedar.
Que no les interesa, las personas van a empezar a abandonar. Se va a caer todo el tema de retención. ¿Qué va a suceder? El algoritmo del YouTube lo va a empezar a esconder y ya no lo va a recomendar. Entonces nosotros mismos estamos luchando contra la visibilidad de los videos.
Wow.
¿Qué recomiendo yo? Sí, que lo compartas. Esta tercera recomendación es eso, compartir tus redes, pero mi recomendación es que lo compartas horas después de que lo publicas. Primero dale oportunidad a mismo YouTube, a su algoritmo, a que te empiece a encontrar a la audiencia ideal, a las personas que están haciendo.
Wow, mi espalda.
Dale oportunidad, que se empiece a desempeñar mejor los primeros minutos, las primeras horas de vida de ese nuevo video, porque si hacemos lo contrario podemos quemarlo. Entonces eso es lo que me sucedió a mí al inicio. Yo no entendía por qué de repente los videos que hablaban sobre YouTube comenzaban fatal. Pues era por eso, porque me lo llevaba inmediatamente a Instagram, me lo llevaba inmediatamente a Threads, y como no generaba retención, porque no era un tema que le interesaba a mis audiencias de allá, las personas empezaban a abandonar y entonces YouTube me calificaba como una X y ya no me hacía visible. Entonces cuidado con eso, sí compártelo, pero 10, 15, 20 horas, un día después, para que le des un tiempo, un aire, vida, por lo menos 24 horas en YouTube, y que YouTube haga la magia. Cuarta recomendación, publica contenido de forma constante y estratégica. Y vaya que esta recomendación no la podremos llevar a cualquier red social. Y fíjate, aquí mi reflexión es una. ¿Por qué necesitas planificar, organizar tu contenido y por qué necesitas ser muy constante al momento de subirlo? Yo siento que por dos razones. Primero, para organizarte mejor tus tiempos. Es mucho más fácil que yo cumpla mis tiempos, mi calendario de creación de contenido, si lo tengo determinado en mi calendario semanal. Y segundo, porque vas acostumbrando a tu audiencia a que cierto día o ciertos días de la semana estará recibiendo un nuevo video tuyo. Yo siento que esas son las dos principales razones. Y bueno, también saber que mientras más constante seas en la plataforma, podrás ir viendo mejores frutos. Porque también lo hemos visto, ¿no? En muchos que han dejado un largo tiempo sin publicar, han ido perdiendo el tema de la monetización cuando ya monetizan, y también han perdido un montón de seguidores, ¿no? De seguimientos que se van a generar, porque las personas ya no ven que esa creadora, que ese creador está activo. Y aquí yo creo que también el mismo algoritmo de YouTube premia la constancia. Si tú te enfocas en hacer una entrega, por lo menos una vez a la semana, de un video largo, yo creo que estarías más que cumpliendo una regla básica dentro de esta plataforma. Como consejo también, en esta cuarta recomendación, es que aproveches las tendencias, los temas del momento. Para eso te puedes ayudar de sitios o de plataformas como VidIQ, donde tú puedes ingresar, puedes pedirle a VidIQ.
A ver si queda esto.
Ideas diarias, ideas de contenido que analices qué es lo que está hablando en competencia en YouTube. Por ahí empiezas a buscar esas ideas.
A ver, ojalá que no caiga.
Que luego tú puedas desarrollar desde tu propia opción.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want and watch it take shape.
Yo, that's crazy.
You can plan, customize, expand, and direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch.
Y la quinta recomendación, enséñate o aprende a analizar y a interpretar tus métricas o tus estadísticas. Y para eso yo recomiendo que desde el inicio, aun cuando eres un canal pequeño, comiences a sacarle mucho provecho al YouTube Studio, porque dentro de YouTube Studio puedes encontrar todos estos datos, toda esta data, toda esta información que tú necesitas para ir entendiendo cómo está funcionando tu canal, para ir entendiendo cómo están funcionando tus videos. porque en YouTube funciona como en cualquier otra red social. Lo que te funciona lo tienes que repetir y lo que no te funciona lo tienes que desechar. Entonces dentro de YouTube Studio puedes ver cuál es el tiempo, cuáles son las gráficas de retención de cada uno de tus videos, cuál ha sido la tasa de clics cuando ven las personas en la portada, cuál ha sido el video que más suscriptores le ha dado a tu canal, cuál es el video que menos suscriptores o que menos retención ha logrado. Incluso fíjate, y esto es muy interesante, hay quienes han hecho estos experimentos de que a lo mejor un video no les funciona muy bien, aunque saben que tiene un fondo y una consistencia enorme, un valor enorme, pero a lo mejor no funciona bien por la miniatura, porque la miniatura fue una miniatura no bien lograda, que no llama la atención, que las personas pasan de largo, no les interesa hacer el clic, y a veces simplemente por cambiar esa portada, un nuevo diseño,
Today you'll learn not just how to use your phone as a webcam, but also how to do it entirely for free without any downloads or installations. I'll show you 3 different tools, how they work, even from your local park nowhere near your house, and most importantly, I'll show you how to add ridiculous Snapchat filters, because who doesn't want to look like an old, balding man or a toddler live on the internet? The 3 options we're using today are called Video Ninja, Epoch Cam, and Epoch Cam Pro. I've also had my crack team of professional creators test out these tools alongside me, so you know you're getting the best of the best. Now, really quickly, there are a lot of great things you can do with a phone as a webcam, but there are some major issues you should know that people rarely talk about. So stick around to the end of the video for that, and of course, you'll probably need an overlay for your new fancy camera, so let's do a giveaway. Own.tv has given me dozens of vouchers to give out. These work alongside their global sales, which I'm pretty sure they have a Christmas one going on right now, which means you can grab pretty much any of their overlay packs, graphics, banners, you name it, for pretty much free or for just a few dollars. They have both animated overlays, alerts, and more for your stream, but they also have static overlays that take up less of your PC resources, meaning you can let your resources focus on encoding your stream and making your gameplay smooth. I'm giving these away in the comments. All you have to do to enter is type #OwnedGiveaway and then what graphics you'd pick up. Maybe an overlay, some sub badges. Just let me know in your comment and then I'll pick the winners and let them know in a few days. Massive thank you to Own for sponsoring the video. If you want to support me, guys, check out them with the link in the description and enter the giveaway so I can give back to you guys.
Atera is the IT painkiller. Remote monitoring and management, remote access, help desk and ticketing, smart automations, patching, software deployment, scripting. And the amazing thing is that it does all this.
Now, back to the video. First, let's cover Video Ninja. This is an entirely web-based tool and it's entirely free. To use it, you're going to get your streaming PC and your phone. Then on your streaming PC, open a browser and go to video.ninja, link in the description. You're going to be met with a few options. For today, just click create a room, type in a super secret room name and password, and then if you want a specific video codec, pick that or leave it on default. Once that's done, click join as director. Now, you're met with a few options again. It says invite guests, capture group scene, it has guests down here, but we're going to click copy link on the invite guest. Then we're going to message that to ourselves via email, Discord, just something you can access from your phone. Then you'll open your phone, go to message, copy that link, and paste it into your phone's browser. From there, you can join the room with your camera and give it permission to use said camera. Then click start, and it should appear on the website on your streaming PC where guest 1 was. Now, to add this to your stream, you'll go to OBS, or if you're using a different tool like Streamlabs, you'll go there, and you'll click add source, add browser source, copy the link from the capture group scene into the browser source, set the resolution to 1920 by 1080, click refresh scene when active, control audio via OBS, and then click save. And it should all appear inside OBS now. But I will quickly say, a note that's very important is, if you're using the wrong lens, or if your video is coming out vertical, go back to your phone and turn it horizontally or make it landscape, and then click these little arrows to swap between your other camera lenses. I want to say, this tool is kind of amazing. When Nick tested this on his Wi-Fi, he had absolutely 0 delay wirelessly, and that is comparing his webcam. Wow. I saw similar results as well. It's practically flawless. Now, this service actually supports 4 guests, so technically you could have
have 4 different people use their phones to webcam in for, say, a podcast or whatever you need. Myself and the lovely Jack Buzzer found we could literally go 5 streets away to the local park and send our phone camera back to OBS at our house. It was a little bit laggy, of course, because we're out and about and we're using mobile data, but that's also because we live in Australia, and any country with better internet than us will be totally fine. Now, that's how you do this for free with absolutely no downloads or installations, but I kind of hate the Video Ninja browser on my phone. It's small and weird and clunky. So instead, you can actually use their app on both Apple and Android. Go to the App Store, search Video Ninja, download the official app, and when it's done, open it, select your camera. I'm choosing the front, but you can pick whatever. Click the link here, and you should be able to copy it to send from your phone to your PC, whether that's through Discord or email, doesn't matter, but once it's over on your PC, grab it, and just like before, copy it into OBS with 1920 by 1080, refresh on active scenes, and control audio via OBS. And that should work, and the app seems much faster and much cleaner. I will say the quality of Video Ninja will always be determined by how good your connection is, but you can also edit the browser source links we're using to increase your bitrate and get a higher quality if your connection can handle it. Bitrate being the amount of data you're transmitting. So click the OBS browser source, and at the end type end bitrate equals 6000. This will set your bitrate to 6000, which is roughly what you'll need for 1080p. At the end of the day though, if you have a slow connection, it might end up just being a bit blurry or having a delay. That is just part of using a wireless connection as a camera. But luckily, the next tool can be either wireless or plug directly into your PC. Epoch Cam is a tool by Elgato, and there are 2 versions. Sadly, this is only for Apple. I know, it sucks, and if you're happy with Video Ninja or you're an Android user, then you can use the time code below to skip ahead to the part where I point out some massive downsides with using your phone as a webcam. For the rest of you though, what are the differences between Epoch Cam and Epoch Cam Pro? Well, one of them is free and one of them is paid. You can tell the difference because the paid one adds that neat little Pro to the name. See? Quite cute, isn't it? It's not super expensive, it's a once-off purchase of between $8 to $13 dues, roughly, and if you decide to use the free version, the drawbacks are limiting the quality to 480p, they add a watermark, and you can't pick the camera lens or control the camera settings. At least you still get your Snapchat filters though, so that's kind of neat. Those are the differences. The actual setup and use is the exact same, so let's get into that. First, go ahead and search up Epoch Cam on the App Store. Grab either the free or the paid version. Doesn't matter, they'll work the same for this. Then on your streaming PC, you'll download the Elgato Camera Hub. I'll link it in the description. Once you have them both downloaded, make sure your phone and your streaming PC are connected to the same network. Open the app on your phone and open Camera Hub on your streaming PC, and let the phone app start searching for your PC. On Camera Hub, click the drop down on the device and click Epoch Cam. Did it work? Congratulations! Did it not work? Yeah, me neither. Nothing I do will make this work wirelessly, and Elgato's support documentation is really out of date because they integrated their Epoch Cam PC software into Camera Hub, but then didn't update the documentation, I guess. I did everything I could from this entire thread and nothing. So instead, I got this giant iPhone cable and installed iTunes for PC so that it can recognize my iPhone. You don't need iTunes open or running at all, you just need it installed so that your iPhone can be recognized on your PC. So keep Epoch Cam open on your phone, keep Camera Hub open, and plug in your phone, then ta-da, if you've got cable or auto selected in the app connections, it will work. Now let's go through some settings before I show you the Snapchat filters, because honestly, the fact Epoch Cam unlocks your entire camera settings is amazing. I would say this makes the Pro version pretty much worth it. Well, you know, if you're okay with a cable, because apparently wireless doesn't work. First we have lens. This gives you the option to pick between your phone camera lenses. Below that is bitrate, so it's the data you are transferring. Since I'm cabled, I'm at highest. And then flash is pretty self-explanatory. It's a flash or your torch. Let's skip AR lenses for now and come back to those because we have the frame section. This is your zoom or your field of vision. You can drag this up and then change where you're zooming into, or just click the blue box and drag it around. You'll also see presets below, which just let you quickly swap to different frames that they've built in. Next is focus. You can leave this on automatic and the camera will prioritize your face, or if you want, change it to manual, and you can actually set a specific focus distance. This is great for if you're using a phone as a second camera to shoot maybe top down or something else, and you really need it to actually focus on something specific and not just the background. Picture controls are next. Personally, I don't use these. If you push these even slightly too far, it makes the image look far, far worse than it should just naturally. But if you do, just make sure your contrast balances out the brightness, because otherwise it will wash your image out. Next, we have exposure. This is really important for most streamers. If you sit in dark rooms with just yourself lit, your phone will likely try to adjust the exposure to be digitally brighter. You do not want this.
Oh
so
my God.
you can turn automatic off and change the shutter speed and ISO manually. Shutter speed has a nice rule of thumb to be double your FPS. So 30 FPS means a shutter speed of 1/60th. You can increase this, but the higher it goes, the less light you're letting in, but also the less motion blur. And as humans, we really like our blur when it's double the FPS, which is why that's our rule of thumb. ISO is a very complex topic, but in short, this will digitally alter your image's brightness, or really how the sensors handle light. Lower ISO is less light, higher ISO is more light. But if you increase the ISO too high, you'll actually degrade the image because it has to work really hard to brighten it all up, which adds noise and gross artifacting. I will link a video in the description about webcams and lighting for you if you need help with your lighting. Next up is white balance. This is something everyone gets wrong, usually because they leave it on automatic or have mixed light temperatures in their scene. Essentially, the lights you use to light yourself or your scene have a temperature.
Wow, it's so hard to get up when something down.
Kelvin right now. So I will set my white balance to match that at 4700. If you don't light yourself with the appropriate color temperatures or you mess up your white balance, you end up with really orange, green, purple, or just looking a little bit gross. For me, I look a little bit weird right now because I actually have my curtains open to let a lot of light in so I can actually show you what my phone will look like as a webcam. I didn't want to do it in the dark. And once you're done, click save at the top and, well, you're done. Sort of. Now you need to add this to OBS. Head to OBS, click add sources, click video capture device, and select Elgato Virtual Cam. Now you can either leave this as device default, or if you want, select custom and change this around. But look, default is fine. So let's hurry up and set up Snapchat filters, and then after doing all this work, cover why using your phone as a webcam kinda sucks ass. So we're using Epoch Cam to add these Snapchat filters. So connect everything as I showed you earlier, and then go to the settings and click AR lenses, and well, that's it. Now you just pick what you want to add. You can make me bald. If you want, you can click the effects tab and install the NVIDIA AI or AR kits. Just there'll be a little warning that you can click, and then just download the version for your GPU, and you can use these to add AI backgrounds or this kind of scary, weird effect where it edits your eyes to always be looking at the lens, which apparently never works for me. It doesn't recognize my eyes. But why shouldn't you use your phone? What are the issues? Well, for starters, most of you don't have brand new phones with amazing cameras, and those that do, I don't know if you want it being tied up for hours on end, unable to receive messages, calls. You get the idea. But if you are okay with that, well, also please be aware that this is going to make your phone hot. Like, really hot. Using Epoch Cam for 30 minutes plugged in made my phone hot to touch. And if it is too hot, well, it can actually cause long-term damage to your battery. Another major issue is delay. Even plugged in, I tend to get major delays on Epoch Cam, meaning if I use a microphone on my PC, such as this one, I'll need to then add a delay to this microphone so it syncs up with the delayed camera feed. Video Ninja weirdly had much less delay, almost none, but it depended on the individual's internet. I had more delay than, say, Nick did, for example. I think using a phone is best done for a secondary camera, a top-down shot for unboxing or hand cams, a side angle for cutaways, or for going walkabout midstream. You might get higher quality from your phone, but the drawbacks are important to know, and that's why I still prefer using a webcam like the Logitech C922. And if you want to learn more about how I set mine up, click right here.
It started with a totally innocent free trial, and now everything's changed. My life used to be simple, stressful, chaotic, but familiar. Every morning I'd wake up, check my inbox, panic a little, and start my 14-hour day. Then someone convinced me to try AI employees from Motion. I thought it'd help a
I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube, like whatever.
I'm 40 and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. I'm pouring everything that I have into this channel because I've got nothing else. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't. I wish I had someone in my life when I was younger, someone who actually cared enough about me and was smart enough to show me how life really worked, how women really operated, and what I actually needed to focus on. I didn't have that. I was getting all of my ideas about love and success and women from movies and idiots my own age. who didn't know anything at all. So there was no sense of urgency, no perspective, just vibes and dumb plans, and this fantasy that everything would somehow work itself out, and it didn't. In my 20s, I thought I was super deep and cool, and because I had tattoos, and I knew some obscure bands, and played drums, and I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me, and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes, drinking lattes, and going to hardcore shows. I did more of that than I did doing anything that would help me long term. At 23, I was playing ding dong ditch with my friends.
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of guys that actually is in this place, and that's why we say that, the guys that know, as a 43-year-old man myself, as a guy that knows, and, understand that most guys don't even start to get themselves together or come to the realization that they need to make a change if you're smart until your late 20s, early 30s, and then you got the rest of your life to recover. But he is right. You don't want to waste too much time. You want to dedicate yourself more to focusing on the grind and the hustle and the growth that will allow for you to be able to live the life that you want to live for the rest of your life, than to focus on women. The women come with it, and you don't want to waste no money or no time on that. And most guys, they don't get that. They're not going to understand that because they don't have anybody to push back against them in their life. The problem also, I'll say this, one of the biggest problems in the culture is that, and I'm talking about American culture, it's not black culture, white culture, a lot of guys are going through the same thing. One of the biggest problems with the culture is that it's also difficult to reach these young guys. I think one of the problems is that you got to have a lot or you got to be overly successful. But at the same time, once they caught up in whatever it is that they're doing, they lust, their mindset or whatever, and I don't know if they think that they're going to live forever or that they're going to start to figure it out from a financial perspective later, you have to pour more into yourself. And you pouring into yourself, which I say be selfish before you can be selfless, because you can't pour out of an empty cup. You have to be focused on doing the thing that's best for you. Let's get back into what you got to say. I'm reacting to this in real time.
Like I was 13 again, thinking it was hilarious, which it was.
And, understand that most guys don't even start to get themselves together or come to the realization that they need to make a change if you're smart until your late 20s, early 30s, and then you got the rest of your life to recover. But he is right. You don't want to waste too much time. You want to dedicate yourself more to focusing on the grind and the hustle and the growth that will allow for you to be able to live the life that you want to live for the rest of your life, than to focus on women. The women come with it, and you don't want to waste no money or no time on that. And most guys, they don't get that. They're not going to understand that because they don't have anybody to push back against them in their life. The problem also, I'll say this, one of the biggest problems in the culture is that, and I'm talking about American culture, it's not black culture, white culture, a lot of guys are going through the same thing. One of the biggest problems with the culture is that it's also difficult to reach these young guys. I think one of the problems is that you got to have a lot or you got to be overly successful. But at the same time, once they caught up in whatever it is that they're doing, they lust, their mindset or whatever, and I don't know if they think that they're going to live forever or that they're going to start to figure it out from a financial perspective later, you have to pour more into yourself. And you pouring into yourself, which I say be selfish before you can be selfless, because you can't pour out of an empty cup. You have to be focused on doing the thing that's best for you. Let's get back into what you got to say. I'm reacting to this in real time.
Like I was 13 again, thinking it was hilarious, which it was. But fun times. But I wasted so many hours just trying to get, validation from people who didn't care if I lived or died.
at the end of the day. I thought my life was meaningful because it looked cool in photos, you know, looked cool on MySpace. But, you know, all I was doing was burning through the most valuable years of my life.
Wow.
The years where I had the most energy, the most flexibility, and the most time to build something meaningful. Nobody told me I was wasting it. Nobody. And when the world sees you drifting, it doesn't intervene. It just keeps feeding you distraction after distraction, lie after lie, while profiting off of your blindness.
Wow.
And ignorance. And then fast forward into my late 20s.
But low key, I think I see Fortnite on the TV in the background. So I'm gonna just point that out. You know me, the way that my mind works is that I look at everything. I see the tattoo sleeve on his arm when he raised it up. He seems like he's a clean cut guy. I'm not sure if he owns his home or not. Can speak really well. Also paying attention to his story. But it looks like, and I'm not really sure exactly if that's true or not, it looks like he's in story mode or something, or he's waiting on for Fortnite in the background, and he's still got video games playing. So I'm not really sure what to make of this. But let's continue. Just it's observant. You know, I'm reacting to the content in real time.
You know, then I got into a relationship that wrecked my life. She got pregnant, and everything changed.
Wow.
And I love my son. I would never undo that. But that relationship, it was a disaster.
Most guys, regardless of how much they love their kids, and although they know that they can't take it back in real time, if they had the opportunity to do so from the person that they had children with, a lot of these guys, these kids will never ever exist. That's just the honest to God truth.
I did not know how to choose wisely at all. I confused chaos and passion and intensity with love because no one ever taught me the difference. I thought it was normal for things to be dramatic and unpredictable. I thought that meant we were meant to be or something. I don't know. But I don't know what was going on, but instead I ended up in family court fighting for time with my own son, treated like an intruder and a criminal for wanting to be a father.
This is how supervillains are made.
Wow.
I'm just telling you the truth. This is how supervillains are made, through family court laws and toxic relationships.
And then in my 30s, you know, my 30s weren't the best years of my life. You know, you hear that a lot. Your 30s will be the best years of your life, 30s and 40s. 30s were a nightmare. I was broke. I was depressed. I was isolated, missing my son constantly, and dealing with games and lies and schemes my ex would pull to destroy the bond between.
I haven't been to the grocery store in over a year, but I'm eating healthier than ever. Here's how I did it. Meal planning used to be such a nightmare.
Between me and my son, I wasn't just dealing with grief. I was dealing with a system that didn't care if I disappeared. And yeah, a few times you know, in the midst of all that, tried to date again. I finally started to see what I'd been blind to in my 20s. You know, I was no longer that 27-year-old stuck in a 500 days of summer mindset, falling for manic pixie dream girls, you know, just because they liked the shins too. You know, now I saw the red flags clearly. Girls with baby rabies, daddy issues, manipulation, all of it. I could spot it instantly. I was like a bloodhound for that kind of thing. It's easy to detect now. That's the part that stings the most. Now I'm 40, I hate my job. But it's not just that, I'm disillusioned by the world. Once you see how everything really works, how broken it all is, you cannot unsee it. Everything feels fake. The economy is a scam. Inflation is gutting families. People are more isolated than ever before. No one's honest. No one's fulfilled. And there's a deep apathy baked into everything now.
My back.
Told you this is how supervillains are made. they don't believe in anything anymore. They're just jaded by the world because the world has kicked their ass the first half of their life.
That's why I'm here. This isn't a content hobby for me. This is me refusing to stay silent. This is me using what I have left to build something real, because the clock is ticking. And also, you know, if I die before I can tell my son any of this, before he can know, I mean, he's almost 11, but I want my son to know that his dad didn't just give up, that I fought very hard and went through a lot.
Wow.
That I bled in silence. That I fought to stay in his life, tooth and nail. I fought to become something that he could be proud of. And I fought against a system that was way bigger than myself, that tried to break me.
Yeah, family court laws truly need to be updated and changed, because a lot of guys are basically going through it. And although women have more opportunities than ever and more freedom than they ever had, and we've even had it overcorrected where we had diversity, equity, and inclusion and selecting women just because there was a woman to get the opportunities, the jobs, we failed, and they've advocated against updating family court laws. That's unfortunate. I've never personally went through it, but that's one of the reasons why I'm one of the biggest advocates for it, is because I'm not doing it because I'm jaded. I'm doing it because I know that it's an issue in culture.
And so this channel, Dad Mode and Dark Mode, is part of that fight. It's my record. It's my time capsule, my legacy. It's my proof that I didn't just drift off into silence and was just passive. And I hope one day, when he's ready, he'll understand all of this. And so, you know, if you're in your 20s right now and you're listening to this, stop thinking you've got unlimited time. Stop doing it. You don't have unlimited time.
That's a fact. That's probably one of the realest things that he's said. I'm naturally going to always link back to the content creator because it's the right thing to do, but yeah, I think that he was pretty accurate in most of his assessment. The biggest takeaway for me for this that I can emphasize to you guys is that time goes by fast, at least faster than you think it does. And so you got to be very intentional. You got to be very mindful of the people that you keep in your circle, the women that you interact with. It can become a life sentence. And you can be fighting for your kid while at the same time she's probably making a TikTok about how toxic her baby daddy is. Let me know what y'all think inside in the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon description. TJ, only 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. Appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.
Running hurts.
Wow. ¿Por qué se llama el culto la batalla entre dioses?
Oh. What's going on, man? It's your brother Trey. Tuning again to another video. Why I don't like to be around people no more. I like to stay inside. So I'm about to tell y'all in this video, man. This particular video will kind of come from my perception this time, my perspective. So I don't want to sound self-centered or nothing like that, but I gotta explain this in a way. You probably, if you're going through the same thing, you would totally understand why I'm telling you the stuff that I'm telling you. Because I know I can't be the only one that feel like this. Okay? But if you feel like I feel, man, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment below. And let me know what you think about this video. We like to read comments on the channel, man. I do. I go through all the comments. Anytime I got a chance, I'll be reading y'all comments. So if I don't love your comment, if I don't hit like on it, I probably seen it, but you know, I probably just seen it and I just skipped over it, but I'll get around to you. So comment below and let me know what you think. Also, by the way, I want to let y'all know before I tell y'all this video, I want to let y'all know, man, if y'all need some extra money, if you're struggling right now, you need some bread, you probably got a little bit of money on just to, you know, get enough to get you over the hump. I totally understand. Listen, that's why I be telling y'all, if y'all haven't downloaded that free app called Chime, it's legit real. They're giving away $100 if you just download the app and then take the money that you have in one of your accounts and then put it in their little Chime account. It's still your money, okay? You don't gotta use Chime account. It's still your money. You can take it right back out, but just make sure you get your $100. They're gonna send you $100 free because they trying to take customers away from PayPal, Cash App, and all that. So they willing to give you $100 if you sign up for a free Chime account. It's free. Just go to your app market and download it for free. Just use my link below after this video. It's gonna be at the bottom. Top comment, it's gonna say $100 on your big bro. Okay? So let's get down into this video, man. Why I can't do people no more. Why I don't like to hang out with people no more. I can't, I just can't. You know what I'm saying? And it only just became like this for me because I had to isolate myself. You know? I've been working on myself for a long time, like, you know, and just trying to get my mind right, and you know, just trying to fix the way I think, because I was having a lot of problems when I was like, you know, back in the days, I was having a lot of problems in my life, and I was just like, man, I don't even know what to do no more. And I got real mad and real frustrated at a lot of people. I got mad with a lot of my friends and everybody. I was just mad at everybody, man, because they weren't doing what I wanted them to do. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what, if they won't listen to me, if they won't listen to my ideas, because I'm the type of dude, I got ideas, just probably like how you do, I got ideas for people. I'm a visionary. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see that we can accomplish something and it can help all of us out, I'm going to try to tell somebody that idea, that vision, so we can all be living good, you know what I mean? So we can all, like, reap the benefits of it. And I was always like that with a lot of people that I was close to, like everybody that I was close to, everybody I used to come in contact with. I'm just the trend, I'm the dreamer. You feel me? I'm the dreamer, and I always got good ideas. And I'm like, nobody would ever listen to me and shit. So I said, fuck it. I'm just gonna go into my damn cave, and I ain't gonna talk to nobody no more. That's how I did. And I've been doing that for years. You know, if I talk to anybody now, it's briefly. You know, but I can't do people no more. Like I can barely hang out when I go out and stuff. I have like every time I go out on the weekends when I try, I can't get into it no more. I'm completely like disconnected from everybody in the world. Like I don't understand why people do what they do. Because you might be the same way. Like I'm a psychologist person, like a psychological person. Like I see people's behaviors, I see people's mannerisms, I can read people's energies, I can look at people's facial expression and know they lying or they on some BS. I can just see through people too good. You know, and I find that like when I go out in public, everybody is passing me, I see what they really feeling. I just see what he feeling. I know what he's going through. I know what these two girls talking about when they walk by. I can hear them. I hear so much. It's like when you stepping outside, it's like you stepping into the Matrix or something. Like the Matrix, like everybody's so programmed and like it's like everybody's trying to be somebody that they're not, man. And it's like I can't do it. So like I said, I used to go out regularly, bro. Like I used to have like this is my life like 3 years ago, man. I used to get a bottle of liquor every day. Like, and I didn't feel like an alcoholic. I didn't, because I was just enjoying myself because I could do it. I had the money. I didn't have nobody around. I didn't have no girlfriend or nothing. So I was just like, well, let me turn up. I'm in my own apartment when I was paying $5,000 for it. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, $5,000 luxury apartment. I I ain't even have no car at that time. I was just doing so damn good. I ain't even want to drive. I had enough money. Like, I had enough money. This is like I told you, this is when I started going into like my little, doing me. You know what I mean? I had money to the point, I still got a little bit of money today, but I ain't rich. But I'm just saying that in those days I was doing a little better. You know what I mean? But I would rent a chauffeur. I would rent black tinted window SUVs everywhere I wanted to go. Like I said, that's when I was going out. That's when I was going out every weekend, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I just got to a point, man, my awakening, man, I just started to see stuff clearly, like, what am I doing? Like, I just started to see that people don't mess with me like that. They can't connect with me like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I just started to see that, like, something was different about me than everybody else. So, you know, it got to a point, like,
Grainger knows that if you're a lineman in charge of keeping the lights on, you go to great lengths, and sometimes heights, to ensure the power is always flowing. Which is why you can count on Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery. So you have everything you need to get the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I just kept separating myself from people. I just started refraining from kicking it with people and stuff like that. And so, like, fast forward to today, you know what I mean? I'm still that same dude, but I'm just saying, like, up from that point when I was having my awakening and stuff, like, to how I am now, I really don't want to be around people. I
did some research, and the Egyptian eye is a symbol for occultism in Egypt. My uncle, Edward Campbell, has that same tattoo on the back of his calf. And as a kid, I always wondered, what was with that? Now I know. It's because they're all involved in this cult. Thanks, Spirit.
Señores, no todos los salvadoreños son iguales, por eso pido un aplauso para la gente de El Salvador. Pero ese maje de Ricky es culé. Vamos a hablar claro. Imagínate vos que se pone a dar declaraciones totalmente falsas en los medios de comunicación de cosas que nada que ver. ¿Cómo te pones a creer que en un estadio totalmente lleno, en un país ajeno al tuyo, que hay un partido de fútbol, vas a ir con la tontería, con la prepotencia, por querer que sobresalir para que digan, uy, el que manda es ese, uy, es el chelito culerito, es el que manda? A querer llevarte a tu gente. ¿Cómo vas a decirle a los jugadores a los otros jugadores de El Salvador, vamos? Me llevo a los jugadores. Uy, qué pije solazo, me llevo a los jugadores. Uy, que me tropecé con una hormiga, que me llevo a los jugadores. Es que definitivamente todo iba bien, todo perfecto. Es más, antes del partido yo te la daba, ¿no? De verdad, hasta te felicité en varios posts. Pero es que ¿cómo vas a entorpecer un gran proyecto que se llevó a cabo, una gran labor de parte del Gran Supremo, ya querer estropear? Porque claro, quería protagonismo, loco. El Chele quería que le aplaudiera. Lástima, ahí anda la mujer dando declaraciones, no sé qué. Mi respeto para ella, es castracha, con el peo, se entiende que lo intente salvar, pero, mija, ahí no es. Y guarda este post, dentro de poco, tú misma lo vas a decir. ¡Qué loco que soy! Y muy catracho, que vive Honduras. Señores, no...
Miren qué increíble, ¿recuerdan a este padre de familia quien se hizo viral hace unos meses luego de decirle a su familia que se calmara y confiara en Dios mientras lo arrestaba la migra en Los Ángeles? Pues bueno, después de varios meses detenido, se confirma que el día de ayer finalmente fue liberado. Sí, mi gente, y es que solo vean cómo fue recibido por sus seres queridos, por su familia, tras salir del centro de detención de inmigración. Es algo realmente emotivo que me llena el corazón de felicidad. Y es que esto demuestra que a pesar de toda la maldad que está pasando en este país, aún hay esperanza y aún hay fe. Y que nunca, pero nunca hay que dejar de confiar en Dios. Así que realmente qué felicidad siento al ver que ya está con su familia y espero
Señores, no todos los salvadoreños.
Today I want to tell you to not block your blessings because you never know when they are right around the corner. This has been my screensaver for over 3 months now. It says, I am so incredibly grateful that I earned 100K in the month of May 2025. I am so grateful for every dollar that comes my way through this program. I am so thankful that the content I made this month felt effortless and aligned.
Señores,
Wow. Ah. Wow, my hips hurt so much. Woo! Oh my God. ¿Cómo voy a hacer para alcanzar eso ahí y tocar ese vaina? No sé. Me duele mi espalda. Oh, even putting pressure on my elbow like this, it hurts. Let me see. Sí, no creo que más tarde. Wow. Oh, no es fácil. Que me duele la espalda muchísimo. When you are trembling, when you're shaking, that's where you have to stay till you become strong. Wow. Yeah, ahora sí. Esta mano también no, ahorita lo voy a quitar esto.